What's up, guys? Luca here. Lucatio, yes, the Ashen one, the Ashen Lucario, Ashen Lucario, right? The Ashen Lucario, the Ashen Luca. It's me. I'm here, with another. Well, actually, the first episode of the new year. It is 2024. New year, same me. So far, this has been a very concerning last couple days of the new year. I am actually shocked and baffled by the amount of unfortunate things that have happened to me the last couple of days, but I'm here, and that's what matters. So, what's up, Yobi? Oh, Yobi, good to see you, buddy. Glad you're back. What's up, Draft, Spencer, Meat Puppet?
Yo, B.
What's up, Slow?
What's going on, Luca? How's it going?
I mean, I'm here.
Yeah, you are here. That's
I
good.
am.
You made it. You made it through the week.
Yeah, this was a bad week, man. It was a bad week. But what's up, Singer?
What's up? How's it going?
It is. It's going, man. So, from what I've gleaned from the internet, from when I asked a couple of my people on social, seems like nothing really happened this week in the gaming space. A couple things happened in other spheres, but that makes sense. It's a new year. I was actually surprised by the amount of things that happened leading up to like Christmas. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of stuff in that particular week, and then not too many stuff the week after, and not too much stuff this week either when it comes to the gaming space, other than a couple things here and there, essentially. Yes, thank you, Ronald. Appreciate it. What's up, Amon? Yes, it is Slomo's birthday week. How old are you turning? 48?
Wow. You're just going to add like 5 more years to me. I'll be turning 43 on the 19th. So I got a couple weeks. But
Cool. Actually, you and I might be part of the same generation. You might be an older millennial.
I don't know about that. I heard some things. My entire life, it's always been like, oh no, you're Gen X. Oh no, you're millennial. It's like people move. I guess I was born in that month where it's like right at the tail end of Gen X or the beginning of millennials, and so it's just like it always goes back and forth. Give me one second though. I'm right back.
All right. So my connection keeps fluctuating. I don't know what the hell's going on. It's been so long since I did a show, so it might be that. But January 4th, the best birthday. Happy birthday, past birthday to you. So, Singer, are you able to like hold on the show for a moment so I can restart my computer?
I would. Yeah.
Okay, so shit, dude. Okay, start talking about what you've done the last couple of days, and I will be right back.
Okay, well, this is gonna be fun. So, what have I done the last couple of days? Well, I've done a grand total of nothing when it comes to gaming. Actually, no, that's a lie. I've been playing a lot of finishing up Fate Samurai Remnant. What else have I been doing that's interesting? Anything really interesting? I haven't been on Twitter.
Oh man, did the internet take Luca out?
Yeah, Luca's got to restart her internet. And then she was
like, no problem.
Yeah, so what have I been doing? And it's like, well, I mean, I've been gaming because, we're gamers out here, as I would imagine you would be.
Really? Gaming?
Hey, man. I know, it's a novel concept.
I know, like, it's just like, I thought this community was about pretending the game, but just care about championing, a particular color or whatever, right? If you really get the green or blue or red, you just. But no. What games you been playing?
I mean, Fate Samurai Remnant. It's generally, I don't know if people would call them like boring games, but obviously I've been playing a lot of League of Legends, as you can imagine. New season and all that coming up. But yeah, I mean, I've been saving all my time ready for Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, which launches this month.
Yo, Singer, have you played Ether Knights?
I have. Oh, Ether Knights, you mean?
Ether Knight, whatever they call it. Yeah, Ether Knights.
Mm-hmm.
You played it? Okay,
Yes.
yeah, it seemed like your kind of game.
Well,
You
I
know,
mean,
just
it's got the whole links like system, same as Persona. It's like Persona, but
yes,
not quite with a budget.
yeah. The budget's nowhere near there. It's like
Yeah.
made primarily by one guy. Well, I just said so because just the as I was playing through the game, I beat it over the break. Every time like certain parts of the dialogue just reminded me of you, and I was just like, yeah, like this, like the best friend Chani, like
Oh yeah.
I'm just like that's like if someone was put singer in a game, he'd be that
Wow.
guy.
Like I don't know about this one, Chief.
But no, I'm actually I beat that, and then I'm actually playing through Crisis Core.
Hey.
So hopefully I finish Crisis Core before the weekend is up, and then I can get started on my rerun of Final Fantasy VII Remake and Intermission before Rebirth comes out. Are you back, Luca?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my connection. It says it's unstable. I'm not sure what's going on with that. But what's up, TZ? What's up, Maslin? You're welcome, Germany. Yeah, so I mean, if I start cutting in and out, sorry guys. Again, don't know what's up with my connection, but it is what it is, right? Probably not going to be too long of a show because there's not too much going on. But I want to say it's good to be back. I do want to say that 2023 was a year that existed. Was it a good year? Was it a bad year? I don't know. It was just a year. It was just another year. I would say that when it comes to 2023, did I learn a lot? Not really. Did I change a lot? Not really. What did anything good happen? Not really. Did anything bad happen? Not really. You know, nothing of note at this point. Because I come into 2024 with zero expectations and things start going downhill expeditiously. Now, some people are like, Luca, it's only going to get better from here. Luca, it's just getting all the negative stuff out of the way. They said that when the first bad thing happened. And then the very next day, someone broke into my car. So I'm just kind of like, all right.
Have you been seeing the way it's been good? Like the first day, the very first day in the new year, boom, earthquake. Like, what are we doing? 2024 is not the year. 2024 is it's gonna be a stupid crazy year. So.
And the crazy thing is, like, I didn't even go into this year like, oh, new year, new me, new year, new expectations. Things are gonna be so great. Like, I came into this year feeling nothing. And what do I get? Bad. I actually had somebody say to me, they were like, if you expect bad things are gonna happen. You're bringing negative energy onto yourself. You know what? I went into this year with zero expectations, and the negativity came anyway. So explain that. It's all a bunch of fucking bullshit that people say in order to feel better about the terrible things that happen in their lives. There is no rhyme or reason. There is just chaos. All that exists is chaos. All right, the very first day of this goddamn year, I was sick. I was so fucking sick. I was like, oh my God, I feel awful. And I had the day off, thankfully. But I was just sick all day. I go on Twitter, I'm like, yeah, I spent today sick, right? People are like, it's gonna get better, Luca. The very next day, my brother's like, hey, somebody broke into your car. Or it could have been the day after that. I don't know, one of those days, right? Somebody broke into my fucking car, broke my back window. All right, I posted a picture on Twitter, right? Not of the window. I sent that to Slow-Mo, but of what they did to my fucking steering column. They broke my steering column, tried to hotwire that shit. Completely it was a waste of time completely because they failed. They didn't even get the car. They weren't even able to steal the car, you know? So you just break my back window and my steering column and fuck up all my internals, and now I'm out of a car. I gotta bring it to the shop. They tell me the price. I'm sick to my stomach. They also tell me it's going to be a couple days to weeks to months before we can fix it because there's a back order of the parts because people can't stop breaking into fucking cars. And yes, I have a Hyundai. So I'm part of the unfortunate group of Hyundai, Kia users that get fucked. All right. So I'm cucked there. So I'm out of a car. Oh, and then I get like fucking my boss is writing me, not in a fucking fun way, right? All day, just giving me some nonsense, right? And then I get verbally accosted by one of the vice presidents of our corporation. And I'm sitting there listening to her give me an attitude and berate me and do all this extra shit. And as she's like giving me an attitude and like yelling at me and giving me all this stuff, I'm just sitting there kind of scratching my head like, what is the point of you doing this? Like, what is the point of any of this stuff? Everything is pointless. There's no rhyme or reason to anything. It's just, I exist and things happen. There are good things and there's bad things. But so far, it's just been bad. So far, not so good. And yeah. Yeah, and honestly speaking, I've been like emotionally perfectly fucking fine. I'm just kind of like, all right, man. Sucks to suck for me, I guess, you know? Like, my brother calls me, I'm like, all right, cool. Thanks for letting me know. I filed a fucking police report. I'm like, cool. Find out the cost. I'm like, cool. Okay, so anyway, that's how I've been doing. You guys been good?
I've been in the hospital, so no. But I'm out and I'm getting better, so there's that.
Right.
So
Glad you're feeling better, buddy.
Yeah. But no, it's been an interesting beginning of the year for certain. For a lot of different people we know, ourselves, as well as just stuff going on in the media. So the only thing that it hasn't seemed, well, actually, I can't say that because some crazy stuff. Was that today or yesterday? I think yesterday, some talk about Xbox really started to pop off. So yeah, it's just it's a typical January, I would say.
What happened with Xbox?
There's this whole rumor that a Xbox first party game is going to go to PlayStation and Switch.
Okay, I mean,
Yeah.
day that ends in Y. Like, we all know. Okay, you know, like, what game? It depends on what game.
Yeah, there's no actual like solid information on which game it is. Like this, a leaker, Nate the Great, whatever his name is, said that he's aware of a Xbox game that was in the Game of the Year conversation the year that it came out will be coming to other platforms. And then people just took that information and ran with it. Now there are people saying it's Hi-Fi Rush. People are saying it's trolling. There's people trolling saying there's Gears. It's all kinds of stuff. So it's more than if it is happening, it's something probably going to be like Ori or like Fallout 4 remaster or something. That's going to be on all platforms or something. So yeah.
All right, well, cool. I mean, I'm very curious to see what game it is exactly. I'm sure it's something that you would expect personally. I think it's gonna
Right.
be
I also, my prediction is what I think most people think. It's not anything to PlayStation. It's Hi-Fi Rush to Nintendo because it makes sense. Hi-Fi Rush on the Switch makes the most sense in the world. It's a game that would do well on the Switch, like visually, its style, the gameplay. Like people would love that, right?
Yeah,
I'm not going crazy.
I think it would be good on the Switch.
Yeah, I don't know why they would do that, but yeah, I think it would probably do well on the Switch as a game. But it's just like if you have games that are supposed to be exclusive to your platform, then why are you then putting them other places when you're not getting Nintendo exclusive games on your platform or PlayStation exclusive games on your platform? Why are you putting your games everywhere else? It seems like what a loser would do. If
they said Game of the Year contender, it was in the Game of the Year discussion. Then
I don't think Hi-Fi Rush was ever really in that discussion, though.
To be honest, Ori to PlayStation. That's the only thing I could think of because Ori was in Game of the Year discussion.
It was,
and it was first party technically, and it's on Switch, but it's not on PlayStation.
And Moon Studios no longer has a relationship with Xbox, so That could make a lot of sense. And I know that the one of the co-founders, one of the toxic douchebags that runs Moon Studios has been kind of insinuating he would like to have the game on other platforms. So it would make sense. I do have to give me one. I'll be right back.
All right. So yeah, I could see Hi-Fi Rush to Switch, Ori to PlayStation. I think those games would make sense, 100%. So I think you guys are right on the money when it comes to that stuff. Again, I don't think it'll be anything that's not expected that wouldn't fit right on the platforms, in my opinion. You know, someone was talking about is something a loser would do. What place has Xbox been in the last 2 decades? Like, come on. You know, they're playing the game differently at this point. You know what I'm saying? So,
Well, they've been playing the game differently. They don't.
yeah, for a very long time.
The only company that views all our games will stay within our four walls is PlayStation, and even then, that's changing.
I'm
Like,
not
if
even
you
sure
know,
that's fucking Nintendo.
no, because Nintendo has gone their own like separate route, right? They got into the whole console thing, competing with PlayStation and all that, right? They've gone do their own thing. Microsoft is now doing its own thing that they deem is the correct move. But PlayStation is still holding onto the console sales, everything does this and that. But even then, Sony is slowly turning into, oh, let's make these games as service games. They gotta be everywhere. They can't just be on PlayStation because they're not gonna work. So PlayStation's slowly turning it, like MLB The Show in Game Pass. I know MLB forced them to do it,
Mm-hmm.
but like they're starting to realize the budget's like 385 million for Spider-Man 3. You're gonna recoup that on one platform. Like when budgets start hitting 400 million, one platform, not gonna happen. You need revenue from elsewhere because the console user base is what 300 million or whatever it is, and it's been that way, and it has grown. And bear in mind, the Switch users won't get the game, the Xbox users won't get the game, so you're running out of players. I mean, it's a whole thing. So
Let's see here. Matt says that Xbox is behind PC and games you can play in a Tesla. You know, I actually rode in a Tesla for the first time last night. I went to a concert sort of thing, and my Uber driver was driving a Tesla. Very interesting experience. Could not figure out how to open the door, so that was fun. But yeah, all right. Well, did you see the article where the dude from Activision Blizzard's
are you on about the white guys being oppressed? Old white
yeah,
guys?
yeah.
Yeah. Oh dear.
This article. Go ahead.
What a headline. I'm sorry, but oh, that was something.
Yeah. So
When you
Activision.
posted the GIF.
I know. I'm like, I know that ain't who I think it is. Fucking Activision Blizzard. Come on. So Activision Blizzard's been accused of discriminating against old white guys. I'm like what is after all of that bullshit that had happened with what is it, the lawsuit, all the discrimination against black people, other ethnicities, and members of the LGBT community, and the sexual harassment and alleged sexual assault, all that stuff, the misogyny, all that stuff Activision Blizzard gets accused of, and now it turned around and there is a 57-year-old white man who worked at the company from 2014 until he was laid off in 2023, who is filing saying, based at least in part on Kotick's ageist remarks, saying that Activision placed profits over people by terminating the older, higher paid executives. I'm over here just fucking scratching my head like, what are you talking about? Like, what is even happening here? So the dude said, this is an executive. Mind you, executives make a lot of fucking money typically. I would assume the ones at Activision Blizzard made a lot of money, right? But this executive maintains that he was passed over for promotion after said executives quit, even though he was recommended for the position, and said the younger, non-white employee who went on to be his manager created a hostile work environment, which detrimentally impacted the employee's merit-based salary increase. The executive then filed complaints with HR, accusing the company of failing to protect a plaintiff from the discriminatory and defamatory accusations from his colleagues, but says his complaint was ignored and he was not taken seriously. The complaint when the complainant was laid off from the team of 200 in 2023, he says he was one of 7 men aged 47 or older who were made redundant at that time. The plaintiff further alleges that the company has violated California's whistleblower protection laws. The man is bringing legal action as for lost earnings and compensation for reputational damage, emotional distress, wrongful termination, and damages for the alleged negative impact this has had on his career advancement. He also expects ABK to pay his legal costs. Okay, so yeah,
I don't know about that one.
I don't know what's going on with any of that stuff. I mean, I guess when the shoe is on the other foot, it fits a little bit too tight, huh? It's a little bit too fucking tight. Because how is the same corporation, and this is like a long-standing period of time between cases, right? Activision Blizzard agreed to pay over 44 million euros to settle a 2021 sex discrimination lawsuit. So it's like, okay, like, which one is it? Are we sexist? Are we ageist? Are we racist against white people? Are we racist against black people? Are we racist against Latinos? Arabs? Are we? What's going on, man? Are we sexist? Are we homophobic? Are we transphobic? Or do we just hate the white men and the straight people? What's going on over at Activision Blizzard? So I'm kind of like, all right, well, we'll see what happens there. I don't blame him for pulling this. Yeah, go ahead and try and get your coins, King. Do what you gotta fucking do. I can't even say I'm mad at it when it comes to this kind of stuff, because that's absolutely egregious and a great start to 2023 or 2024. See, I'm living in past already.
It's that thing is. I don't know what this dude is trying to pull, because it's not really going to work considering all the previous history of Activision Blizzard.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you're probably not going to get many sympathy votes, if I was to imagine, from the media or anything.
I think the media is going to play it off like the joke. I think it's a joke, personally.
It's got to be.
When it comes to ageism, as a known ageist, I can definitely understand being upset about it, But it is what it is. But what's up, Lino? What's up, Geekhead brother, little brother? What's up, Ripper? What's up, Felix? Saying at this point, who hasn't Activision discriminated against? That's real. It's fucking real, dude. But yeah, so I don't know. But yeah, Happy New Year to you guys. Hope you all are doing good. Yeah, it's probably, I don't know, man. I just don't know at this point. I feel like I'm in a better place, despite all the terrible things. Despite all the terrible things that have happened the last couple days, I'm definitely in a better place emotionally than I was last year. I am in this place. Yeah, I'm in this place of zen. I'm just kind of like, man, life sucks, and then you fucking die. But I'm not depressed about it. I'm like, all right, cool. And anytime I start feeling upset, I'm like, well, maybe I need to sleep or eat. And what do? I sleep and I eat, and I feel better. Because at this point, it's like, whatever. So I'm just happy that I'm in a better place emotionally this year than I was last year. At the start of the year, I was like really upset last year. I was very depressed at the beginning of year last year. And now I'm just kind of like living this life. And I think that's a good thing. I'm thinking that I'm turning 31 this year. Okay, turning 31 this year.
Hey, I'm turning 34 in a
Nice.
couple of weeks.
Oh, nice. So, are you a Aquarius baby or
I am an Aquarius. Yes, indeed.
nice? But yeah, so I will be turning 31 this year, and as I continue my journey into my 30s and the transformative period that this shall be, very curious to see where my uh, mental health, and emotional maturity will be. I will say this: when I was being verbally accosted by the vice president, I didn't flinch. Okay, I, my heart was like pounding because your heart starts to pound anytime there's some sort of confrontation. The adrenaline starts going through your veins as you're faced with a uncomfortable situation. But I was just like, okay, this is happening, and I kept my cool, and I was chill. I answered the questions that she asked. I said to her, I was like, I am only able to provide this information. If you have any further questions, please speak to my manager or my manager's manager so they can provide some further context, you know? And yeah, she was just asking a bunch of questions, and I was just over here like, I've been here for about 5 months, and I don't know any of the answers to your questions, miss. So I don't know, man. I feel like I'm a different person now than I was when I first started doing all this podcasting. When I first joined this, I was a very angry 23-year-old girl, a woman, that is, a very angry 23-year-old woman, very confrontational, very hostile, very aggressive. And now I am here. I feel like I'm the same, but still different. I feel like there's just been growth. I'm more willing now to like just ignore things and move on. And then, don't get me wrong, I still will address issues when I have to. But most
Mm-hmm.
of the time, I weigh whether or not it's worth my time and energy to get involved in something when I could just go do literally anything else. And, like I am at this point where I start asking people, what is the end goal for you? What is the point of you coming to me with this aggression? What do you gain from this? And most of the time, it's nothing. People gain nothing from their fucking aggression. They just want someone to bitch at because they're missing something in their lives. So they come here and do this. Or they're just not nice people and they just come and do this, right? So, what did I learn in 2023? That nothing's ever really going to change, in the sense that this community is always going to be the same. We're just going to get new people coming in, rehashing the same arguments as everyone else. They're the people before them, right? They're forefathers. Like it's just going to be the same thing over and over and over again. It's repetitive. There was another catfish. Apparently, people fell for it again. Like the the person was using AI generated pictures. I don't even understand. Like if you're on the internet, if you're on this internet in this community, and somebody's like, I'm a girl, don't believe that shit. All right, just don't believe it.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm at this point. Listen, I'm like, yeah, you're gonna have to prove yourself, sweetheart. Get up in that fucking space and start talking. And you can't just do it the first time. All right, I need to see you in 3 different fucking spaces, because you could be asking your fucking girlfriend, your wife, or your sister to hop on a mic for you that one time just to convince people. Because that was happening where they were with the fake fucking Marlis and the fucking Sophie. The chick's cousin was the one. He was the one running the account, and he got her to fucking get on video and say, I'm Sophie. And Marlis, it was someone's girlfriend. So you can't even trust fucking videos. It's got to be a consistent stream of you hearing the chick's voice, seeing the chick's face before you even fucking believe it's a chick. I'm at that point. People can say it's not fair. I don't give a fuck. All right. There's been too many fucking catfish, and people continue to fall for that shit. So that happened. So there's not going to be any real growth there because people continuously fall for that stuff. There's always going to be new people coming in. Apparently, Fratanga did a video on King Thrash and was using some very coded, blatantly fucking racist language, and people were just like, "Oh my god, what? What do you mean?" Like, this dude didn't have fucking screenshots from his Discord using the N-word aggressively, hard ER, that is. Like, he wasn't on Bito Cloudo's fucking podcast and said, "Well, I just said the N-word because I thought it was funny," while everybody was look around, everybody on mute. Like, so people were, Xbox guys were acting shocked and appalled, apparently. Like, what? I didn't know that. Well, really, I think you did know, but you didn't want to say anything because he was making fun of ponies, and your allegiance towards Xbox is higher than your allegiance towards being black. But
ding, ding, ding.
None of my business, I guess. So that happened. Reforged Gaming, aka Lono, which again, I had known this guy since the Destiny community. Lono has always been a dickhead. He's always been a cuck, in my opinion. And he's once again proved his cuckery on socials, proving that all he really cares about is money. That's fine. At the end of the day, not that big of a deal. It is what it is. But I just feel like there's a way to conduct yourself and address things without shitting on your own community. But hey, or shitting on people who could be part of your community. There was someone in the video of him who was like, you can't just say that people who aren't members of your channel, aka people who aren't paying you, don't matter, because if you say that, you're pushing away potential customers. And the person who said that was absolutely correct. You don't want to shit on people. You want to have like a welcoming environment or whatever, so you can draw more people in. But, I digress. It is what it is. So people are acting shocked and appalled of his behavior, like that wasn't known either. Am I just at this point where I'm just like, my eyes are wide open, Like, these are things that are just kind of like, okay, yeah, and this has happened continuously. It's been happening, and nothing ever really changes. People don't really, we get new people in who don't know these things, but then we have a lot of people who've been here for a while who do know, but who just ignore it because they fit an agenda one way or another. I just think it's really unfortunate. But also at the same time, I'm just kind of like, man, it is what it is, man. Whatever. So, I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
This, I understand how some of the newer people in this community may not know about things that have occurred before they became a part of the community, but still, it's like, it doesn't take much to look into some of the people here, and and you brought up Fratanga before, and it's just like, I feel like every other day, every time I see him mentioned, I see someone mention what the things that he had said. The things that he had said was prior to, or I can't remember if it was prior to me becoming a part of this community, but it was definitely prior to me even knowing who he was. And I saw those things and immediately was like, okay, well, that's not someone I want to engage with. Like, me watching a lot of people this year just ignore all of that because the guy was making fun of PlayStation fans, just really just exposed like where if someone asks you who you are, like your personality, your profile, like where you would list yourself as Xbox fan, like it may be the first thing that comes out of your mouth instead of like, I don't know, the 13th thing. I'm a father. I'm a husband. I'm an engineer. I work in construction. I'm a black guy. No, I'm a Christian. I'm a Muslim. None of that stuff comes up first. Xbox fan comes up first, clearly. Because if anyone says anything that makes Xbox looks good, you just ignore everything else about them. So,
all right. Shout out to Big Daddy, who's been a member for 18 months. Shout out to you saying, hey, Luca, you're in good hands. Oh, well. Shout out to Corey with the Big Dono saying, Happy New Year, Luca. Pano and chat. A great year ahead. Let's let the BS stay in last year. I want to let the BS stay in last year, Corey. I want to keep that bullshit in last year, but it's coming out with a vengeance, my guy.
That's impossible.
It's actually new shit coming, you know?
It's the reason I don't be like out here like this no more, because this shit is all on repeat for 25 plus years. Like, especially since last gen, everybody just repeats the same arguments over and over and over and over and over and over. And then they get on the internet and get on Twitter and get sucked off by the people who are just as stupid as they are. And then they think they're right, and then they keep doing it. I'd rather just play games. It's more fun. Like,
now the ponies are using the Xbox guys' arguments from like 3 years ago.
Man, it's so stupid. Like, y'all are all just hypocritically idiots. Like, that's all that it is. That's why I don't. You see me. I tweeted like all of like maybe like 12 times last year, because it's all the same arguments, and we all in the same community. So y'all motherfuckers repeating the same shit. Y'all putting up the same 7 articles. Y'all do realize that if one person writes an article and then 15 people repost it, it's still the same fucking article that's based on one line that one guy said 3 years ago. Doesn't actually give me any information. That's just you repeating it over and over again, and everybody repeating it over and over again, and then making 25-minute videos literally on 5 words. Like, the number of times that shit has happened all last year, I was like, I'm not fucking with y'all.
You know what's funny though? You know what's funny? How games media keeps suckering this community over and over and over again. Yeah. How they will make an article about, say, Starfield, and then it clearly with a headline that is designed to piss you off, and instead of ignoring it and saying, "Okay, I know what that is. That's bait. They're trying to get me to click on the article to see what other stupidity they just said, or they want me to retweet this and get all my fan base upset about it."
So that they just do
exactly. You just literally just do exactly what they want you to do. Yes, they know it was clickbait. Yes, they do not care. All they care about is their SEO. All they care about is you engaging. That's it. And you fall for it every single freaking time. And it wouldn't happen. You wouldn't see these kind of articles if you guys weren't so hell-bent on caring what other people think about the games that you play.
You know what's crazy is that the reason that Xbox and even PlayStation now is going towards engagement is because now that has become a viable market for making money, because as long as you connect it to some type of revenue stream, whether that's advertisements, whether that's in-seating, coding, whatever it is, you can now make money. And that's how all these websites, who used to have to be publications, like they used to have somebody go buy a magazine, they don't have to do that shit no more. They just have to get you to click. That gets them money because there's an ad somewhere on that screen, and every time you click, they get money. And so they make these as grandiose as humanly possible to say absolutely jack shit. Like 90% of these articles, if you click on it, the title will be big as shit. The actual words in the article will be about a paragraph broken down over a whole fucking page. It's one paragraph, but the font is big, it's triple spaced, and then there's a picture in the middle. And like that's not an article. This is just a paragraph. You wrote a paragraph. You wrote a tweet before we could unedited, and that's all you did. And then you posted it as an article, or you're literally quoting a tweet, and it's just the fucking tweet on the screen, and you saying, yes, he said this. I know he said this. I can see the fucking tweet. Why did you repost it? Like, what was this supposed to happen? What was the correlation between the two?
Yeah.
This community is trash. And 99.9999% of the people who tweet all fucking day don't play games. They don't. They'll post one game one time with some hours on it every 5 months and be like, "Oh, I just beat this game." Right, well, it's August. Congratulations, but you ain't playing nothing else. like Why
that year in review time come up and they be sweating bullets in the timeline.
I don't even be sweating bullets. I let people know. I'm like, I didn't play shit last year. I played Remnant 2. And that's it, I think.
I see, but you're honest about it, and you're not on the platform. You're not on Twitter arguing with people about games that you don't play.
That's true. I definitely don't
an
do
entire
that.
year. So you saying I'd only played Remnant 2 this year? I mean, like that's not going to that shouldn't be any skin off your back. But if you were one of these other people out here that have been in Twitter Spaces for 8+ hours.
Oh,
a day.
There are people who are in Twitter Spaces 8+ hours. That's a thing. Yeah.
And you only played one game, and your year in review is so skimp that, like, you know, PlayStation and Xbox was just like, do we really need to make one for you? I mean, it just kind of seems like a waste of bandwidth, but sure, here you go. NA everywhere, right? It's just like, if that's you, then like you look real foolish and clearly not a real gamer, you know?
That shit is crazy. And then the people also who like, they were like, ooh, look at it, look at my trophies. I got 300 trophies. I got this amount of gamer score. And you're like 6 games is Barbie's Dream House. Or like who gives a fuck?
One of those, those guys would be bragging about. I got 1,800 platinums.
Man, if
you got 1,800 platinums, and
I see one of them that is like Barbie's Dream House. Every other one is irrelevant. All the rest of the motherfuckers are irrelevant. All of them. This one, only you see it one time. Everything else you did is irrelevant.
I actually, it's funny you say that because I made a bet. I asked people on Twitter, would my Steam in review be higher or lower than 2022? And it turns out it was higher, and I was like, oh, wow, really? I actually did more, which is crazy to think about. But then again, this year was a crazy year for games, so you know, I was actually playing games instead of, you know.
It's crazy.
I started playing Baldur's Gate.
Oh, you didn't invite me?
Yeah, I got it. Okay, listen. My game share partner bought it, so I'm playing it on Xbox.
It's in the there's not crossplay yet. Oh wait, there is, isn't it? No, it's on Xbox.
Oh, I don't know. But if there is, we'll definitely get through it, man. Shout out to Iman. What's up, baby? Saying spirits up, Luca. Blessings on the way. Stay vigilant. I fucking hope so, my guy. I fucking hope so. I didn't play it, Storm, because I don't play games. All right, I am at that age where I don't play fucking video games. Okay. Now, it takes a lot for me to sit down on my ass and fucking play a game at this point. You know what I'm saying? I played Baldur's Gate for like 4 hours Monday. Now, I don't know if it was the game or the excessive amount of caffeine I drank or the fact that I was sick as a dog, but I turned it off and I hadn't been back until today. So we'll see if I beat that game. I'm liking it so far. I'm kind of confused about what I'm supposed to be doing or where I'm going and stuff, but it is what it is.
That'll happen.
I'm definitely, as I'm playing it, it's making me think about how BioWare used to be good at making games,
hey,
you know?
Look.
So, what's up?
The thing with Baldur's Gate 3, there is no set path. Just go where you want to go and you'll work it out as you go. Like, I didn't know where to go. I just picked a direction, was like, oh, something cool's happening over there. And you might end up in a fight that completely bodies you because you're not ready for it, and that does happen. But you live and you learn. So it's live and you learn the game. Just go in a direction and hope for the best.
Hope for the best. Yeah, I started going into one direction, and they were just like, stop. Your party is severely under level. You're gonna get your ass beat if you go to this area. Are you sure? I'm like, nope. Let me turn around. Awesome, me puppet. I hope you're having fun. But I don't think it's the area. Yeah, I'm definitely down for the cross platform, dude. I'm definitely fucking. Is there cross progression?
Yeah, there is.
Okay, so I might. You know what? I might get it on PC.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying. So we can play. I'm sorry. So we can play together. But anyway. So yeah, this has just been a year. I just feel I don't. And then there's some other issues going on social, man. Whatever. It is what it is. It's the same conversation with different people. Who gives a fuck? All right. So,
like I've been playing Skyrim. Well, I've been playing Ultima. I haven't played normal Skyrim. Who the fuck plays normal Skyrim? But I've been playing Ultima, and like, enjoying the fuck out of myself. Because Skyrim Ultima is basically like if you took Skyrim and then took good combat and made a baby, and it's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing. But it's like 2,200 mods. So it's, if your PC can't run it, don't do it. Because it will burn. That shit will set on fire in a heartbeat. Tried it on my home theater PC, or my old home theater PC. That shit literally went up to 102 degrees, and my fans sounded like a PlayStation.
damn, okay.
That shit sounded like it was taking off.
Just taking off?
Yeah, that shit. It sounded like the hovercraft in Avengers. Like that's it sounded like that shit. Like that.
Fans kicking in high gear.
Right, right. Like that. I was like, ooh, let me put this on the real PC because this ain't working. This one ain't working. And that one had it got a 2080 in it, and it was not okay with it. I don't know what was happening, but it was not okay.
Maximum modded Skyrim does
it works fine on my 4090. My 4090.
As it should.
All right. Okay. So yeah, like I said, it's gonna be a short show, guys. Not too. You're just talking. We're talking about the things that just exist, man, bitch. I don't fucking know. But let's look at the channel member stuff, and then we can skedaddle out of here. Like I said, there's not too much stuff that happened. But shout out to Ronald saying, oh, we're gonna talk about it because it's a topic. But MSI is the latest to join the handheld gaming market. What are your thoughts on the trend of companies coming out with their own handhelds? Looks like Nintendo Switch crawled where these new handhelds could run. Well, the thing about the difference between the Switch and these other handhelds, like, yes, they may be powerful, but the Switch is a Goliath, right? It's like a monster in its own right because it actually has games that have a mass appeal. You know what I'm saying? Now, me personally, are you gonna catch me playing fucking Animal Crossing? Bitch, maybe. I don't know. But like, no, you're not. No, I've not played Animal Crossing before, but that's a game that people fucking love. You know what I'm saying? Stardew Valley, fucking Pokemon, Mario, Zelda. Those are like games that regardless of the hardware, people are still gonna play them. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's cool seeing these companies coming out of handhelds. I like handhelds. I really like handhelds. I've always really liked handhelds. I think it's just a fun and convenient way to play. I don't play my handhelds outside the house unless I'm traveling. And by traveling, I mean I'm talking like going to a different state. Like I gotta be on my Switch on the plane or something. You know what I'm saying? That's the only time I really play handhelds. But I think that they are a great investment. And if you play your cards right and you put your money right and you make it so it's things like the Steam Deck in which you can play like your library on there, I think they are compelling devices personally. I mean, what do you guys think?
I think MSI making one is hilarious because I think everything MSI makes except for this motherboards is trash. Don't ever have to RMA anything because you're definitely going to be in for a world of pain. So I would not get the MSI claw if I would take it if someone gave it to me for free. I wouldn't use it because I'm not really into handhelds like that. But I think the question about all these handhelds coming to the market, they all do a lot of similar things. The only one that's really truly kind of unique from the others is the Steam Deck because it's Linux based. All the other ones are Windows based, and they're all more powerful than the Switch and can emulate Switch games and perform and look better than Switch games would look on that natively on the Switch. But the real key to everything is ease of use. And even though it's not like difficult to emulate those games, just the fact that you have to go through steps to do it is more than enough to get a lot of people to check out from ever even thinking about it. So really, you're looking at people who are console gamers who are slightly curious with the PC market, and they may get a handheld to play PC games. And you're looking at PC enthusiasts who are like to play, have a Nintendo device that's more powerful. And that's not a very huge demographic. Nintendo has nothing to worry about when it comes to any of these other PC handhelds really like challenging them. It's just, they don't, because they understand where those handhelds fail is where they succeed, and that's all they need.
What I really appreciate about you, Slomo, is that you are so knowledgeable about things I have no idea about. You know what I'm saying? And so I appreciate you being here to expand further on the topic. So thank you for
Oh, no
that.
problem. No problem.
All right. Okay, so shout out to Imar saying, if you guys seen it, what are y'all thoughts on the Cat Williams interview? Okay. And for a serious question, what's y'all's thoughts on the Epstein logs coming out? Sounds some names like Bill Clinton, Naomi Campbell, Kevin Spacey, and Chris Tucker showed up on the plane trips.
Chris Tucker.
So I actually have decided that I am going to wait until a lawyer breaks down the logs before I because I started reading through some of the documents. It's basically like question and answer sort of thing, right? And the names, it's not like an actual list or anything. Not that you didn't say list, you said logs, right? But people have been calling it the Epstein list, and people thought it was just going to be like a list of like names from politicians, celebrities, that kind of thing, right? But no, it's several hundred documents that have to be gone through. So I'm going to wait for a lawyer to actually go through it. I will say this: I went to a music concert last night, really small music concert. And something I don't really like is that people are cracking jokes about the Epstein list, and because like Stephen Hawking is someone who's been implicated in them, and so people are making a lot of jokes about that. And I'm just like, I don't really think child human trafficking is very funny myself, and enough to make any jokes about it. But hey, that's just me. Just me. So I don't really like the fact that people are making jokes about it. I think it's very distasteful and disgusting. And once again, leads into how people do not have any empathy unless it directly affects them. So I'm going to wait for more information. And I'm sure in the coming months, we'll learn more about the Epstein situation. And we will have a more detailed conversation about it. As for Cat Williams, I am not someone who watches comedy specials. I'm not someone who finds them compelling enough to watch, mostly because my biggest fear has always been like watching something like that and not actually finding it funny. I think comedy is extremely difficult to perform, and I think the people who can perform it to the best of their abilities are very talented in that regard. Making people laugh is not something that's easy. Like, only certain select people find me funny. Like Stone thinks I'm funny, Autumn thinks I'm funny, but Slomo does not think I'm funny at all.
Because you're not.
We don't have the same sense of humor, Slomo and I. I don't think he's funny either. So it's like we have different things in common. We're very our conversations are based in a different realm, right? So but when it comes to comedy is not a thing that we share in common all that much for the most part. But I'm sure Slomo is funny to somebody. I'm not sure who, but I have people who find me funny. So
wow.
Can you name people who find you funny, Slow? I don't know.
You know what? My kids find me hilarious, and that's all I need. All right. That's all I need.
That man said, "My mama think I'm handsome." Okay, he gonna let.
But what about you, Master? You watched the Cat Williams interview?
Yeah, I watched it. I'm not of the same belief as most of the internet, but that's just me. Like,
okay. Well, I can't wait to get your perspective, but hold on one second. See, Autumn's in the chat saying Luca's super funny. Thank you, baby cakes. Appreciate it.
Whatever, Autumn. Shut up, Autumn.
Don't
You know what you're
talk to
talking
her
about.
like that, okay?
Yes, I will. Shut up, Autumn, 5 times.
Thank you, King Sean saying, Luca, you are funny. Thank you. Damn, so Slow-mo call Luca the Tiffany Haddish of gaming. Please don't.
Bruh.
No,
Oh,
please.
wow.
So Ripper, I saw some really small indie artists. I actually have their names. I can pull them up. So I saw, like I said, there's super small indie artists, right? A group called the Laughing Hearts. A singer, her name is Damso. Actually, I met her at a bar, and she invited me to come to this show, and so I came to see her. So Damso, and this guy named Jarrett Jones. He's very, very talented guy, and he's part of a band as well. But he was the one making the Epstein jokes. I don't find that shit funny personally, but very talented guy, right? So it was like a really small concert, that kind of thing. Ripper says mini comics are extremely intelligent. Like yes, they are. What's up, Dan? Oh, and I saw Web Dave earlier. What's up, guys? What's up, my guy? Luca has the best laugh. Yes. My mama think I'm handsome. Yes, based Autumn. Exactly, Spencer. Exactly. Like, thank you. Thank you, baby cakes. Thank you. That's all. You finding me funny, that's what matters. Slow-mo, it's all good, you know? Yes, I agree, Ripper. Thank you, Iman, saying I think Luca's... Exactly. People find me funny, Slow-mo. People find me funny. All right. So anyway, I talked to my mom.
I think they're just trying to make you feel better because you've had a really bad week. That's all that is.
I actually don't think that they would try to make me feel better in that regard. I think there's other ways they can try and make me feel better just by being nice to me. Just by being nice to me. You know what I'm saying?
You don't think telling you you're funny after you said, numerous times I found you unfunny isn't being nice to you? I would classify that as being nice to you.
No, because you not finding me funny doesn't bother me or hurt my feelings. So
okay,
I don't feel, I know it's a shock to you, Slow-mo, that
here we go.
That your negative opinion on my sense of humor doesn't have any effect on me. I know you're shocked, but that is actually the case in this matter. Again, it comes back to people find me funny. And people find you funny, I'm sure, somewhere in some sphere. Maybe your other friends, I don't know.
Nobody finds you funny. We're moving on.
You are such a hater. Capital H. So anyway, I talked to my mom about the Cat Williams thing, and I also watched Abba and Preach's video. I was like, oh man, like they were showing clips of like the original jokes and then the jokes that like Cedric the Entertainer and Steve Harvey.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh, they really did steal jokes. Okay. So it was a very interesting tidbit and insight. But like I said before, being funny is difficult. And so I'm not really surprised if people were like stealing and rehashing jokes. But Maslin, I do want to hear your perspective on it since you feel differently than people online.
Yeah. So there's a couple things. One, everybody that is in the comedy industry knows people steal jokes. All the shit Cat Williams said, none of this is new. Like Mark said it before that that stole his whole set. Like he said it multiple times before now. So Cat didn't like bring up anything that people didn't already know. Also, all of this shit, every single bit of it, is 20 plus years old. Get the fuck over it. Oh. Like that's the main part. Like Cat's been saying all this same shit since like 2014, probably. It's just now social media is big enough to where everybody heard him say it for the 15th time. But it's irrelevant. All of this shit is irrelevant. Nothing changes. All that's gonna happen is everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm Team Cat," and then y'all gonna forget next month.
That's true. Next month is so generous. They'll forget in the next couple of days.
Right. Like this shit. None of this shit matters. Like also, and this part is the main part. People are way too invested in these people's personal lives. I don't give a fuck if everybody in Hollywood was in a circle jerk.
Oh.
As long as no kids was involved, do you, boo-boo. Because I don't give a fuck. Like that, your personal life has jack shit to do with whether or not you made a good movie, you made a good comedy special, you made good music. All of that, I don't give a fuck about you, who you fucking, how you got to where you was, and who you fucked to get there. None of that shit matters. None of it. None of it. Absolutely none of it matters. And yet people always like, oh my God, he sold his soul. Who did he sell his soul to? Like
the Illuminati. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
right. Like also, and
dumbass, didn't you know?
You're right. My bad. Like, and then Cat, like everybody, I tell this too. Like everybody, I keep seeing like the same comments where it's like everybody refuted Cat, but nobody called him a liar. If you say, hey, you went in that store, and I say I've never been in that store, what the fuck did I just do? I called you a liar. I didn't have to say Cat is a liar. I called you a fucking liar because you said I did something. I said I didn't. Maybe y'all motherfuckers don't understand like normal correlation. If you say I did something, I said I didn't. That means what you said was a lie. I didn't have to say you are a liar. What kind of dumbass shit was that? Just like Cat was like, you ain't never seen no drug dealers saying they sold me drugs. I don't see drug dealers be like, hey, I sold everybody drugs. Who the fuck is... Where's that happening? Where's these drug dealers like, yeah, I'm selling drugs to Kevin Hart and Cat Williams. Who's doing that? Like, come get me, police. I sold all the drugs. Like, who the fuck is doing that? What kind of dumb shit is that? Like, what kind of dumbass statement was that? Ain't nobody ever told them that they sold drugs. Okay, cool. But we do remember when you sucker punched an 8th grader and they got choked out. We remember. Oh. And you look very crackish. I'm not saying you're a crackhead. I'm just saying you crackish. You look real crackish when you got choked out by that 8th grader. That shit happened on camera. Like, just because it's new and right now, but all these things happened. Like, we remember when you was outside sweating and shaking like a slave. I'm not saying Cat is not a great person, like personally, because I don't know this Negro. So he could be the best person ever. But I'm going to call a spade a spade. You look crackish, I'm going to call you crackish. I don't know that you was actually on crack. I just been around a lot of crackheads. You shared similar traits with those people for various spans of time that are on camera. It's just that right now, you may have cleaned yourself up and got on, God bless you, brother. But let's not try to act like reality ain't reality. Also, all these other people, like if you say a whole bunch of stuff about me and I respond, it must be true because I responded. But if I don't respond, then it must be true because I didn't respond. So
yeah,
there's no way out of this. I'm gonna call you say I did all this shit. I say I didn't, and then I move on with life. But no matter what I do, if I don't respond, I did it. If I do respond, I did it because I'm in my feelings. No, I'm just telling you a liar, and I'm moving on with life. Like people have like this weird dichotomy of who does what to people they don't know, and I don't know any of this shit. I know that Cat Williams said a lot of shit, and they said he said he read 3,000 books.
He did say that
a year for multiple years. You read 8 books a day? Like, was you reading Key Spot Run? Like, what, you read Cat in the Hat 15 times? Like, what? That man read 8 books a day.
He could have been reading those the green eggs and ham, baby.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
He said he turned down 50 million 4 times. Who was giving you 50 million? Who was
nobody offered him that. I bet you no one offered him.
Wasn't even 100.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle had $25.
Right, Dave Chappelle made $25 million on his Netflix deal, but they offered you 50. Really, Cat? Come on, bro. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck, brother. Just hone it in. I don't care.
He has a tendency to exaggerate to a degree, and then like when no one kind of checks him, as you know, like what's his name? Not Sterling Sharp, Shannon Sharp. Yeah. I'm thinking about his older brother. Shannon Sharp, you just kind of just let him talk, which is the right thing to do. Yeah, right. But like as you just let him talk, he starts saying stuff that's just like, come on now. Like
even in the interview though, did you see the part where dude start asking him about the dates, he was like, the thing didn't come out till 2000, and you said it was back in 98. He was like, no, that's not what I meant. See, I was on the show, but I wasn't on the show. What?
Yeah, his dates were all over the place. Even when he said it in the moment, I was like, that can't be. That's not right. Like Kings of Comedy came out like 2 decades ago. Like, what are you saying? The stuff with Friday, like, so when he was like, that role was always my role. I made that role, and then like Cube got to come out and do a 6-minute video, kind of clarifying some things. No, that was a role. Yes.
Didn't he say he was writing the new Friday? He's supposed to be writing the new Friday. Why would Ice Cube want you to write the new Friday? What?
Yeah, I mean, like he said, Ricky Smiley never had the role, never auditioned for it, and then like Ice Cube's like, no, Ricky Smiley did audition for it. Yeah, and then he was like, I made sure they didn't have the R scene, in the bathroom. I was like, I'm not doing that. I don't think black men should be looked at in this way. And I'm like, Cube was like, that there was never a scene like that. that was not a scene that was in the movie. I wouldn't have put a scene like that in the movie. Although, if you think about Players Club, I don't know if Cube remember. I don't know. Cube
probably doesn't remember.
He said it. He said in there, he's like, I had a film called Players Club. In his little rebuttal, he said, I had a film called Players Club, and I left it up to your imagination. He said, but I would never show it.
It was a bit more than your imagination.
I agree.
It was a bit more. I didn't have to imagine too much. I know what was going on.
We know what happened.
Right.
But he said it in his interview. He mentioned that part. He was like, but I would never show it on camera. And he was like, especially like that, I would never do that. So he mentioned it because it was the same thing. Like, but either way, he said it didn't happen, so it didn't happen. And again, Cat said a lot of stuff, and he was like, the funniest part to me when he was like, I got receipts. He said that for everything, but he never actually showed any of his receipts. Like all of the videos that already existed, we had those receipts for 20 years, but you never showed any of the receipts you had. You just said, I got receipts, and everybody's like, Cat got receipts. I was like, where they at? I just want. Like, can you produce a receipt? Like, just one piece of paper, just one. Can you produce a receipt? If you have them, I know this ain't an audit or nothing. This ain't like a tax thing, but can you produce one receipt? Just one receipt, so we can see something of what you said. Then he called everybody the devil. He's like, everybody's the devil. God sent me. I'm an angel. And I was like, again, you beat up an 8-year, or you got beat up by an 8th grader, but you don't remember. You're right. God sent you to take them hands. Like,
well, I mean, he's smaller than Luca, so like, I mean, like a fifth grader probably could have beat him up too.
He sucker punched that boy though. He sucker punched that boy and then got choked out.
How do you sucker punch a middle schooler?
He sucker punched that boy and got choked out. I was like, come on, bro. I'll never forget that. They was arguing. And the camera's like over the little boy's shoulder, and Cat sucker punched him, and that little boy choked him out, and everybody ran and got him off. So again, like I said, I'm not saying you was on crack. I'm just saying you had crackhead tendencies.
You got some crackish tendencies.
Right. That's all I'm saying. You divine that how you will. You might be clear now. You might be good now. You might have got it off. All that. It's all fine. But you got crackhead tendencies. Also, I did this at work to a couple of my employees. They were talking about it in the break room, and I was like, yeah, Cat, love Cat. Everything Cat do, I'm there for. I love it. I was like, cool, real quick, and we're gonna do this right face to face. I don't want you to look up nothing. I want you to pick up your phone. Name. Cat said he got 12 Netflix specials right now. Name the last 3, and name your favorite jokes from those 3. Ready, go. Silence, crickets, fucking crickets. I was like, all right, y'all have a blessed one. Make sure y'all back out on the floor after y'all break over. Like everybody who's all of a sudden like, Cat, I love Cat. Not one of y'all watch his specials. Not one of y'all. Not a single one.
I mean, that's a good point, Mass. That's a good shout out to Go saying here to support you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, my boy. Okay, well, Maslin, thank you. I appreciate you providing your perspective there. Again, like I said, I didn't watch it. I wasn't interested, and I just wasn't interested. But it's been like the talk of the town, basically, probably because nothing else is fucking going on. But yeah, okay. Well, I guess that's it. There's let's see here. Oh, Tom Warren says that current Xbox rumors, developer direct event the week of January 14th, and then Hi-Fi Rush is coming to the Switch. So I'm gonna thank you, Tom Warren, for that. Okay, anyway, we can just move on. So, let's go ahead and get out of here. You guys have anything else you want to talk about?
Did you get Smitty's thing?
I did not. Okay, thank you. I did want to real quick. Jonathan Majors has an interview coming up.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh.
I'm ready for that. I'm fighting for my life memes. I'm ready. I am ready.
Like,
It's about to be as cringe as him breaking up that fight.
Oh
man.
Oh my god.
fucking ridiculous. Okay, let me pull it up. So we can take just a quick look. This is someone was like, this looks like shit from fucking Vought Corporation would come up with after Homelander does some bullshit or the Deep, you know? But
right.
Let's do it.
Jonathan Majors, Hollywood actor.
Why did you decide you wanted to talk now?
Now his first interview anywhere since being convicted of assaulting his ex-girlfriend.
Your reaction to that verdict?
What does he now want you to know? The emotional
It's been hard. I'm sorry.
breaks this
those
Monday
crocodile
morning
You think you'll
tears.
ever work in Hollywood again?
on ABC's Good Morning America.
I do want to listen. I'm gonna say it. You know, if Jonathan Majors was white, and this interview came up, right? People were like, only a white man can get convicted of assaulting someone and still be offered an interview to all this nonsense, right? This has been like fucking slap on the wrist verdict. I'm telling you. I mean, yes, technically, was he convicted of assaulting his girlfriend? Yes. But it is a fucking slap on the wrist verdict, because if you actually look at the charges, and we discussed this a couple weeks ago, if you actually look at the charges, dude is facing up to a year, and he's probably gonna get probation. So it's like nothing, right? But that shit looks fucking ridiculous. Will I be watching? Yes, I will be watching to see what bullshit comes out of this man's mouth, because everything that comes out of Jonathan Majors' mouth is absolute.
What is the
nonsense.
percentage chance that he starts crying during the interview?
He was already tearing up.
150.
That man is about to show you why he is an
100%.
artiste. He is an actor. He's about to show you all his acting skills. It's about to be all on display. It's going to be pretty good. I can't wait to watch it, honestly.
I can't wait. It's going to be fun. The memes that will come out of this is
I'm
just.
telling you, I'm waiting for that. I'm fighting for my life memes.
I can't wait. I can't fucking wait, dude. But so that happened. But yeah, let me get Smitty's and we can skedaddle. Smitty! Oh, God, I miss code, man. All right. Saying, what's something you want to accomplish this year? All right. I would like to make more friends in my actual day-to-day life that I see in person. I've been forcing myself to be social and actually go out when all I want to do after a long day of work is just come home and lay down, right? But I force myself to go out, even though I'm going out by myself. And last night I went out to that concert thing, and actually I talked to like 7 different people. I was very, very proud of myself, for actually forcing myself to be social. This is social endeavor, social outing number 3. Okay, all right, this is number 3. I'm gonna keep doing it until I'm just used to talking to people, and I can just go out and it's not a problem, you know. So yeah, I want to be more social in my day-to-day life, because being social at work is easy, you know, very easy for me. But I have friends in my day-to-day life. I just don't have a lot of friends because I've been very shy most of my life. So we're gonna break out of that little shell, babies. We're gonna break out the shell. I hope to one day be as popular and cool as my siblings are. You know what I'm saying? So And then how many games do you want to beat this year? God, like I'll be lucky to beat 3. I'll be lucky to beat 3, but that's me. But what about the rest of you guys?
Well, something I want to accomplish this year. I want to get a consistent
Sleep schedule?
content flow.
Sorry.
Anyway,
I'm sorry.
content flow on my YouTube channel. Sleep schedule that's a work in progress. How many games do I want to beat this year? I beat 31 games last year. I think I don't really care about how many games I beat, just as long as I'm really like enjoying a lot of the ones that I do beat, the ones that I do play. So as long as I'm over like 20, I don't care. Just as long as if I played 20 games this year and I thoroughly enjoyed playing through every single one of them, then it was a good year. So
Sweet.
Anyone
Singer, are
else?
you still there?
I think we lost. I think Singer may have fell asleep.
Probably.
Absolutely not. No.
I might
I was having
be.
a drink of water. No.
Oh, okay.
All right.
What am I
Question
looking to
was,
do
what do you want to accomplish this year, and how many games do you want to beat?
Oh, that's. I mean, probably not as many games because it's not as hype as a year. Some.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, last year started off like in January. We were kind of like, oh, this year's looking kind of spooky, but it ended up being a really good year. So maybe some good stuff will come out.
Maybe. In that case, I would say. I'd beat like probably 15 games, and then what I want to do better is definitely start improving health situation, probably more so than anything.
Ooh, okay, that's awesome, dude. Let me know if you want any tips or anything like that.
It's not so much the exercise, it's the eating, because I just need to eat a bit more of a variety, because currently I'm stuck in my ways where I only eat like chicken and fish and stuff, and I could probably bring some more variety into it. So
Definitely, I'm proud of you, buddy. I hope you accomplish that.
Indeed.
All right, what about you, Mass?
I'm gonna open 2 more businesses this year. That should be done by end of Q2, and then as many games. I don't know. I'm like slow-mo. I'd rather my focus is on enjoying the games, not necessarily the number. Because there was years where I only played like 4 or 5 games, but I had thousands of hours and I thoroughly enjoyed my time. So it all depends on what speaks to me in enjoying my time playing games.
Sweet, man. Okay. All right, guys. I hope something interesting happens next week, and we'll be back next week to discuss it, So nothing but a lot of love for y'all. I hope this year, after getting cucked so thoroughly this week, I guess we'll see what else happens to me this year. Goddamn, Shout out to you guys. I love you guys so much. Do you guys want to do outros or anything? Or
kiss my ass. Have a horrible New Year. I hate y'all.
I'm already
and
having
love y'all at the same time. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people in the audience. Calm down.
I appreciate you, Ripper. Thank you. That's really sweet of you. That's so sweet of you to say. I'm glad. I've been watching The Sopranos, guys. It's not something I would recommend. It's something I wouldn't not recommend. I'm just saying, like, I'm still getting I like it enough to be on season 2 right now. So
it's a good show.
Yeah. All right.
Oh,
okay.
I've tried to watch The Sopranos twice. I just can't go through it.
Of Cat Williams getting beat up.
Okay.
It's funny. I put it in the private.
All right, now that needs to be watched immediately. Look at his face.
Yeah, I told you again. Crack activities.
He is very tiny.
I'm not saying you're a crackhead. I'm just saying you're a little crackish. That's all.
He's so much bigger than him too. Oh,
that looks like a professional. Like a professional hold. Maybe the kids in that wrestling.
The kids choke him out. It's funny.
Okay, I dropped the link in the chat if you guys want to check it
That
out.
little boy ain't even got facial hair, man.
Right? You got choked out.
How you
and then he was
sucker
just-
punch a
little boy. You sucker punch a child and then got choked
right,
out.
how he gonna call him a little boy and he bigger than him? Like how that makes sense? Hey, little boy, who you calling little? He's bigger than you.
Obviously.
Oh man.
Yep. That man sucker punched that boy and then got choked out.
All right, guys. Do you have anything to say, Singer, or is that everybody?
Nope, that's it.
All right,
See you all
babies.
later.
I'll catch y'all later. Peace.
Peace.